Hello, my name is Pavlovich. Welcome to AES. In this video, we're going to be discussing 10 questions that need to be answered before closing a residential construction loan. This applies to mortgage or commercially generated residential construction loans. Now, this list was compiled based on thousands of interactions with builders, lenders, and borrowers over 15 years and billions of dollars in projects monitored by AES. Let's break down the players. The commercial and mortgage lenders should have answers to these questions ready to present to their clients in writing prior to closing. Borrowers should demand answers to these questions and have them in writing prior to closing their construction loan. Builders, if you want to make your life easier, you need to have the answers to these questions in writing before you close your construction loan. Number one, how are builder deposits handled? Builder deposits are a risky endeavor on their best day. How all parties address builder deposits needs to be worked out before closing any construction loan. Number two, how are we going to handle change orders or cost overruns? You need to have a process in place to address the inevitable project where the budget is insufficient to complete the project. This is usually caused by bad contracts that do not accommodate the entire build cost or leave allowances open to client interpretation. Cost plus agreements need to be scrutinized. In short, you need to make sure you secure enough capital in the loan and/or cash deposits to complete the project. Number three, do you fund invoices? Yes or no? All parties must agree if invoice funding will be allowed or not. If you're going to allow for invoice funding, what will be the procedure? Third-party inspectors will find it difficult to adjust to invoice funding as their primary concern is completed work. Number four, do you fund materials on or off site? This procedure needs to be put in place for several reasons. The main point here is if materials are not attached to the collateral, somebody can remove them from the site. Number five, what draw schedule are we using for the project? AES has reviewed thousands of cost sheets, contracts, and draw schedules. Our solution is simple. Choose a standard funding procedure for new construction and renovation and stick to it. Flexibility is a tremendous value add when it comes to construction lending. The draw schedule is not the place to implement that flexibility. Number six, who is responsible for paying my builder? Answer, the borrower. Funds should be deployed to the borrower and they can make arrangements to pay their builder after the money has been deployed to their account. If the borrower wants to do a wire transfer or some other form of payment, it is advisable that this process be vetted by legal as to eliminate any sticky conversations down the road. An email sent to a lender requesting that you send $45,000 to my builder may not be the best idea. Number seven, how long does it take for funds to be released? Please provide a detailed explanation of the timeline for funds to be available. At AES, we understand that this is not an exact science. A clear explanation needs to be provided regarding the turnaround time for funds to be released. Number eight, how will I know when funds have been released or deposited? It is advisable to develop a system, either automated or not, to inform your borrower or builder that funds have been made available. This simple step dramatically reduces risk. Number nine, how do I access my construction funds? It is vitally important that the borrower and or builder understand how they are to access the funds that have been deployed for their construction loan. Number 10, what is the timeline of the project? Knowing the start and completion date of the construction project relative to closing is incredibly important. Notice, I said relative to closing. In an ideal world, construction would begin the week of closing. You need to know when your project will start and be completed before closing your construction loan. And a little bonus here. Number 11, customer service. A construction loan is not a set it and forget it type of loan. It requires the involvement of all parties. By having a detailed plan in place prior to closing the construction loan will greatly improve the experience for all parties. This will also generate additional revenue for builders and lenders who take the time to inform and service the needs of their clients. Again, my name is Paul Pablovich. Thank you for choosing AES. I'll see you next time.